Now, hi, my name is Oko Judge, and I'm a digital strategist. Now, this is my approach to the problem statement. First of all, pardon me, my presentation might be coming a bit late. I don't know if it's still relevant, but however, if it is, fine. If it isn't, well, that has to do with me not attending to it on time. It took me a couple of weeks before I could really get myself to sit down and look at the statement. So I'll be approaching my solution from the marketing angle, not the pricing. I don't think the issue has to do with pricing, but rather marketing could solve the challenge. Now, because if we could cut down on the customer acquisition cost and also improve customer experience in order to cut down on churn rate for both drivers and riders, then we should be able to drive sales and as well as revenue and eventually meet target. So my presentation is in three parts quickly. First of all is to highlight the problem statement and also the possible solutions, and also start by execute planning, data analysis, and as well as strategy execution. Now, from the problem statement, these are the couple of things that I was able to deduce. First of all, the customer acquisition cost for drivers is high at 500. So, and I think if the marketing is optimized, definitely we should be able to drive cost down, and as well as the failure rates in terms of ride request is also high at 40%. That can as well be optimized and improved on. The monthly churn rate for driver is a huge loss to the company at 20%. I would definitely look for ways to also cut the churn rate, as well as customer acquisition cost for riders, not too high, but as well it could be much better if the marketing is optimized, and as well as churn rate for riders. I believe if these areas are properly taken care of, then definitely we'll have a better sales and as well as drive revenue. So as somebody who is data centric, I would start with market research. And for me, I have a couple of platforms that I do use, from Statista to World Economic Forum, another platform as well. But I would center my focus on Statista. Why? Because it has a whole lot of useful, relevant data that has to do with country centric, territorial centric, or regional data for over 150 countries and over 170 industries. So having said that, that will enable me to understand the market, the terrain, and make more informed decisions going forward. Secondly, I also like to do what I call competitor analysis by benchmarking, and I use tools like Google Analytics to aggregate data from competitors who share their data as well, and also use SimilarWeb to also compare data from competitors as far as web traffic and web performance is concerned, and as well as Hotjar to study or to understand the behavioral pattern as far as users, which has to do with drivers and riders on the platform, on the Lyft platform itself. Now, this is to help me understand what's going on in order to inform the strategy and also help me monitor to ensure that all milestones, goals, and targets are met. Then I also like to understand the Lyft platform itself in terms of its strengths, SWOT analysis, strength, weakness, and opportunities and threats. Definitely. Then the next thing would be for me to map my strategy to a proposed solution. Now, for me, I think there are two basic approach, and these two basic approach are interwoven. Now, it has to do with optimizing the funnel, both for driver funnel and also for the riders funnel, and as well as community marketing, or you could call that relationship marketing. Because I believe if we optimize the funnel, definitely there's going to be improved marketing in terms of campaigns, which would also drive down cost of acquisition, customer acquisition, and also cost of acquisition for both drivers and for riders, and also improve on the churn rate and also reduce the failure rate in terms of ride request. Now, I believe strongly that if this approach is properly propagated or implemented, definitely there will be a reduced cost. The campaigns will be optimized, customer experience will be improved, churn rates will definitely reduce, and there will be higher sales and revenue to the company. So now, traditionally, I know that the funnel visualization for a ride sharing platform will take this traditional look, which is look at, for instance, let's look at the driver part, the driver funnel. Now, it starts with driver acquisition, and also look at the churn in terms of acquisition to sign up, looking at how many people who came on the platform moved further the funnel in terms of move further the sales journey by signing up for the platform, uploading documents, driver background check, driver activation, and then first completed trip. Now, this is traditional. This is what we expect the journey or the process for the drivers to go through. We also have the funnel visualization as well for riders, but let me focus on drivers. So, but having said, I do believe that as far as data analysis is concerned, the customer journey is unpredictable. The only way you can predict customer journey is not by assuming that the part that you have designed will be the way the customers are going to flow. So I believe that if you approach it from the data-centric or from the data angle, meaning that go to the analytic tools. For instance, I use Google Analytics. Go to Google Analytics and look at the trend in terms of the different parts the customer journey, the customers take. That will help you understand the customer's pattern, understand the cognitive process, how the customer thinks and how they navigate their way through the platform. So it will better inform how you're going to customize your goals for Google Analytics. Also, data analysis will also help us by looking at the data, will also help us to also facilitate strategies to influence customer behavior towards the brand. So my very first start point will be going to the analytics tool, if there is one, but if there is not, but definitely there has to be one. So go into Google Analytics and begin to map strategies to goals. For instance, set up goals, URL destination goals, which will help us track specific URL as far as the customer's journey is concerned. Visualize duration in terms of time spent on the platform and the various pages, page visit goals, and event goals. These goals will enable us have a better understanding on how users, when they come on the platform, and how they behave. So it will help enable us to now go back to our funnel in order for us to be able to optimize. Now, I wouldn't just stop by the data that are gathered from Google Analytics, but as well as do what I would call a customer experience survey, maybe try and reach out to existing customers, both in and out, to try and find out their experience in terms of their experiences as far as the platform is concerned, because this will enable us make accurate decisions in terms of coming up with the buyer personas that actually sell. Now, tracking metrics and data and KPI from analytics tool, from data analysis, will definitely inform our campaign strategy because, for instance, metrics such as customer lifetime value is very, very important, because the more you're able to have focus on customers with long lifetime value, definitely they tend to spend more on the platform, and you know the kind of customers or the segment of your customers that have that propensity or the potential to stay long, to become repeated, or that will remain repeated customers over time. And it will also help your click-through rate in terms of your campaign. It helps in conversion rate optimization. There's a whole lot of benefits. So I think it will be better to approach the problem from this angle. For instance, if we want to look at customer reduction in terms of customer acquisition cost, segmentation will definitely definitely help that, because if you're able to segment the audience or the customers, that will enable us create personalized experience targeted at these different segments of the audience. It will help in terms of optimizing our bio personas, the existing bio personas, to ensure we optimize and also increase customer lifetime value, aid in hyper targeting as far as marketing ads and marketing campaign is concerned. Now, Harvard Business School did a survey, and the result was that customers say a lot of customers agreed that when a brand tends to send them customized or personalized experience, there is an 80% chance of them staying, there's an 80% chance of increasing the customer life value. Also, another area in order for us to reduce customer acquisition will definitely, acquisition cost will also be to retarget repeated customers or retarget customers who have not been able to complete the process can be retargeted, and this has proven to cut cost or improve your conversion by 161%, because customers who had started on the platform, if properly nurtured, are likely going to convert as against new customers. So that will as well cut down cost in terms of customer acquisition, and as well as improve customer retention. Now, improve customer retention in terms of repeated buyers, like we said earlier, definitely will spend more than new buyers, than new customers. So investing more on repeated or customer retention to improve their lifetime value will also be a plus. Also, these analyses will also help us in terms of A and B testing. We test the landing pages, A and B test a campaign, A and B test ad copies and creative, in order to improve the click-through rate, improve cost per acquisition, customer acquisition, cost per acquisition, improve on cost conversion rate, and so on and so forth. To reduce churn rate, I believe insights from data, when we track metrics, and also the KPIs, will also enable us cut down on churn rate. And this has to do with experience market in terms of customer experience. So if we can improve on the customer experience as a result of the insights we derive from data, this will enable us cut down the churn rate and also extend the customer lifetime value and cut down the cost as far as customer acquisition cost is concerned. Now, what would I recommend? I'm sure definitely from data we should be able to understand from segmentation the audience to how to better engage the audience on a consistent basis in order to make the brand part of the daily lives of the customer. We also try out A and B testing as far as offers are concerned, try different incentive plans or program in order for us to be able to understand what's working and what's not. Also target right audience as a result of proper segmentation, create a support platform, whether it's going to be a community or it's just going to be a system whereby there is improved support provided for both the drivers and the riders in order for us to increase on the retention rate. Also, flaunt our competitive advantage. It will also be a way of also increasing acquisition, getting more people into the funnel, and also optimize every phase of the funnel. That at every stage has to be optimized, fully optimized, to reduce churn and also increase conversion rate. Now, at the end of this all, definitely, I believe if this is well propagated, well implemented, we will have an optimized funnel whereby it makes it easy for us to see the flow of our customers from one phase, or the customers from one stage of the funnel to the next stage of the funnel, with impediments taken care of in terms of eliminating all forms of impediments, and also improve customer experience. And because of improved customer experience, definitely our customer lifetime value will definitely increase. And then cut cost, as far as if we are able, definitely will be able to cut cost as far as customer acquisition cost is concerned, in terms of lowering the cost, optimize our marketing budget, spend less on acquisition, free resource to achieve long-term growth in terms of customer retention as well. And I believe if everything is properly executed, it will drive sales and also increase revenue. Why? Because there will be improved customer experience both for the riders and the drivers, and also a lower cost of acquisition, and then increase sales and increase revenue. Now, having said this, I believe from the data perspective, when approached properly, then we should be able to increase revenue for the company. Now, this is where I call it an end. I have included a slide, but I just wanted to also include a presentation so that it enables the viewer understand my approach better. So thank you very much, and I hope to get a call from you guys. Bye-bye.